gamer guys and gals, and welcome back to part number 21 of my Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. Last time, we defeated Cypher Admin Venus and her very annoying team using nothing but Attract, and interestingly enough, Safeguard did not seem to work at all, but whenever I used Safeguard, she wasn't willing to use Attract. It was an odd thing. I was under the impression that Safeguard worked on all status ailments, minor and major, and Attract is definitely a status ailment. Safeguard is still useful because who in their right mind likes being paralyzed or put to sleep? So it's still useful, but I'm actually kind of a bit bummed that it did not work for Attract. We also got ourselves the Attract TM, which is, something we could end up using if we need to. Because, I'm willing to cheese the game a little bit if the game's going to cheese me. So we had a good old time. We're back in the propaganda news station, and we have a bit of a chase going on. Alright, so this door to... Yeah, we're going to follow her. This door to my lower part, do not go through this door. It is a one-way. I want to say one of these has items or something. Alright, I'm glad I picked this door anyhow. Because you actually can't use the elevator to get down to chase her. They make you go through the long, arduous task of fighting all the trainers down the stairways. Whoops, there were other spies. You're not getting past me. Hunter Frenna would like to battle. So this is one of those moments where I'm telling you, you want to have healing items, because going back and forth to heal at the Poke Center is something you can do. I will grant you that. It is definitely something you can do, but it is not something you would necessarily want to do. Alright, so let's Dragon Dance, and then we're going to start spamming Fly. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to do it because you have to use the R disc, F disc, blah blah blah, the whole UFO machine, and it's nonsense. Every single time you want to go from the right to the left to the Colosseum and whatnot. It's really just abysmal. So healing items are definitely recommended before you go through this. And you do not have to go down here yet. You can fully stock up after you fight Venus. You can fully stock up. So I would strongly recommend doing just that. Alright, Altaria. Wing attack. Let's hope the effects board does not work or activate this time. We could have used Safeguard, but I actually don't think that that works that way. Meganium still has the experience share. I'm thinking about actually giving that to our good old friend, Umbreon. Oh, there's a Shadow Pokemon. And it is a Gligar. Not that great of a Pokemon, if, we're being realistic here, because he cannot evolve in this game, but it's not like he's terrible. Having a ground flying type would be an interesting combination. I don't know that he has any good ground type moves, but even if he doesn't, it's still a cool combination. Being immune to both electric and ground. Those are two very common types of attacking techniques, or attacking moves in this game. And Jigglypuff. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wing attack you. Let's use Safeguard, just in case. Ally covered by a veil. We're probably going to have to switch out to... We'll take out Jigglypuff, and then we'll switch out to Magcargo. I want to use Fly. Let's actually use Mirror Move. Okay, that wasn't what I was expecting there. Cute Charm. Now we are infatuated. Well, Jigglypuff is gone. The only reason why that was even doing remotely decent damage is because I had a Dragon Dance under my belt, which we're probably going to go ahead and switch out to... We're going to switch out Altaria, because Altaria has already had a couple of sand attacks thrown at him. Yeah, we'll just keep mulling away with, like, Wing Attack at Gligar, because that seems like it's doing the best for us right now. And we do want to use Yawn. Pretty much the #1 reason why we're bringing Magcargo out into this battle is because Yawn is fantastic. It is very, very useful. Alright, Wing Attack. Hit him some more. We're going to keep on winging attacking. And Gligar will be going to sleep next turn. Night-night, Gligar. It's actually very funny. One of the Pokemon that I'm going to be using, and this might give you a good hint if you're diligent, I should say, that I'm going to be using on my post-game team actually has the exact same stat spread as Mantine, but physically rather than special. They have the exact same base stat total, the exact same stats per se in certain, like for instance, Mantine's special defense would be swapped with this Pokemon's physical defense, and special attack with this Pokemon's physical attack. And it's actually pretty cool that that's the case. Let's use a Great Ball. Great Ball should be able to work. And we got him. Gligar was sent to the PC. The more and more of these Pokemon that we catch... No, I'm not supposed to lose. I've won a Colosseum challenge. The more of these Pokemon that we catch without having to fight a second time or a third time, the better. If you're mean to me, I'm going to cry, okay? Yes? Wah! Okay. What the? What's this little boy and girl doing all the way down here? What's Frenna doing up to? Chaser Lyax would like to battle. Kirlia and Gloom. Yeah, I decided to switch up the Pokemon I was using at the time, because it's just constantly using the same Pokemon over and over again is not really great. Probably should have used Safeguard first, because Gloom most likely has like Stun Spore or something of that nature. Calm Mind. We're not really afraid of that, if we're being honest. Kirlia is not that great. Gloom used Acid. We're going to use Safeguard next turn, just as a precautionary thing. This kind of just proves how weak Acid is and how interesting the whole double battle format is, because The reality is, Acid is a physical type move. Both my Pokemon here have less physical defense than special by a pretty good margin, especially Mantine. And you're just doing nothing. And it's got like an abysmal 10% chance to lower defense or special defense. It's one of those two. Super effective. Flail. Are you taking out? Ooh, that was quite a bit of damage. So Mantine, we're going to wing attack you here again, and we're going to fly. Mantine is most likely doomed. Gloom fainted. Who would have guessed that Kirlia would have an electric move? Roselia. Yep, she's attacking Mantine. Very unfortunate. Let's go ahead and bring out our good friend Magcargo. He's not really had too many good battles lately. Partially due to his unfortunate type. It's not just due to that, though. Speed is kind of a big problem, too. Flamethrower. This should KO Roselia. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Yeah. And Stantler. Our shadow Pokemon is Stantler. And he has Intimidate. We did not even need that to be critical, but very glad for the Gusto. Alright, Altaria is just about to level up. Magcargo got a level. Very nice. We are going to yawn this Stantler. And fly. Wait. Is this going to KO at an attack raise? I don't think it will, but this is kind of dangerous. Yawn. Sleep tight. Stantler is a cool Pokemon. I actually love him as a normal type, which is kind of odd to say because most people would be like, what are you, crazy? Okay, don't crit. Okay, wouldn't have mattered if it crit. Never mind. I'm so sorry for your loss, Altaria. Alright, so we are going to swap out to... We could do Espeon and do Reflect. No, I kind of want to do Umbreon. Stantler fell asleep. Let's do Rock Throw and Confuse Ray. And then we're going to try to catch after this. Actually, we might be able to do like another Rock Throw. Next turn, we'll try to catch and throw a rock at him. I do not think that Confusion actually increases the chance of catching, but hey, let's use a Premier Ball. It's our only, but Wes threw a Snag Ball, and it is Premier. Come on, catch Stantler. I didn't think it would, honestly. He's not low enough in damage. Magcargo's attack missed. We're going to throw a Great Ball this time. We will need to buy more Pokeballs soon. especially if we keep failing at catching. And Stantler was caught. Awesome. What's with this ridiculous power? Chaser Lyax was defeated. I know why Frenna up top let you two through. Oh, I get it. I got it real good. Yeah, because she was defeated. Quite handily, might I add. Alright. We got 2 timer balls. And 2 max potions. Items. We actually don't need to use these because we need to revive. Do I have any revives left? No, I sold those. Okay, yeah, return is kind of a pointless move too because I'm using the herbs. Alright, y'all. I actually have something I want to do, and I'm going to be right back. Alright, welcome back, everybody. And I have a little bit to amend. So I did a couple of things. One of the things I wanted to do was actually check out this door. Once you unlock it from this side, you can go freely through it, which means you can actually gain access to the Colosseum without having to use the UFO thing, which is pretty darn great. So I actually healed up. Which was almost superfluous. I wasted those 2 revival herbs, which is fine. Honestly, it's fine. I'm not even mad about it. But also, I took out and replaced a couple of my Pokemon. I had noticed that a couple of them weren't really doing well, and I wanted to try new Pokemon. Besides, part of the thing of this game is purifying every single Pokemon possible, and even though I have a method for doing that later, which doesn't require battling at all, if we purify a few, it'll be easier in the end. Well, what do you know? I hardly thought that I'd have to get involved in this. Bodybuilder Lanya would like to battle. Octillery and Masquerain. Gligar, and Stantler. Only reason why I'm doing this is because we got intimidated ourselves. So. Stantler, that's enough. Come back. I am definitely not going to make the same mistake twice. There's no experience points share on either Gligar or Stantler. Now, Stantler is one of the Pokemon that I actually want to use for my main story team, for sure. There is another Intimidate Pokemon that I want, because I actually want 2. But I haven't necessarily decided on that quite yet, so we shall see. Besides, my whole team before the post-game is pretty dynamic. I'm going to be changing out Pokemon whenever I please, basically. Because it's just a good idea. This game really incentivizes just using whatever you want and having a good time. My post-game team is going to be very static. Once I get my post-game team, we're done. Like, we're not gonna have like any other Pokemon added to that. It'll be pretty darn interesting what I'm doing with my post-game team, because there's obvious strategies along with it, and it's very much so a weather controlling team. for the effects of that, but the way I'm putting it together is pretty interesting. I think most people would probably say it's inefficient or not that great, and I would dare say that you could be right, but I also just kind of don't care. Yes, so heal powder. Heal powder, and then we're going to use safeguard. Should have used it first. I wasn't privy to the concepts that our artillery friend had Thunder Wave, which is really kind of a weird thing for it to have. Alright, so we can wing attack you, and we can fly you. Okay, 2 Dragon Dances under my belt. I should easily knock out this artillery when I actually hit next turn. Easily. The Fly in this game, if you noticed, has 20 base power less than Fly in modern games, which is a sad shame, to say the least. Artillery used Psybeam. And let's go ahead Bubble Beam with Dunsparce, because Dunsparce is a normal type, even though it looks like it could be a bug type. And we didn't even knock out Artillery. That's kind of a shocker. Alright, Dunsparce. Ice Beam. I almost want to say I'm surprised that Artillery, or not Artillery, Altaria survived that. But a ton of special defense will do that for you, especially when you're not facing a stab Ice Beam. I was about to bring out Gligar, but he's 4 times weak to ice. Bubble Beam, Shadow Rush. Stantler is kind of an underrated Pokemon, in my opinion, and Pokemon Legends Arceus kind of made me realize that. He's a Gen 2 Pokemon that gets overshadowed most of the time because normal types from Gen 2 are just not that great. Normal types in general are just not that great unless they're Snorlax or Slacking without Truant. I love almost every time I play Gen 2, or not Gen 2, Gen 3 on Emerald or whatever, I always use some kind of like Slacking and some Pokemon that has Skill Swap to get rid of Truant. Usually Claydol because he's very defensive. Bubble Beam. Shadow Rush. That's unfortunate. It's actually kind of funny to an extent because my Pokemon with Sleep is no longer here. Yeah, the last Ein file we read actually told us that depending on the Pokemon's nature is what varies whether or not certain things used to purify that Pokemon are more effective or less effective, but you actually don't know the nature of your Pokemon until well after they're to the point where it wouldn't matter anyhow. Pretty sure this Piloswine has an Ice-type move, so I'm not going to throw Gligar out. Being 4 times weak to Ice means you're basically dead meat when you get hit by Ice. Most of the time. Very nice. Alright, so I brought out our next best bet when it comes to when it comes to status at this current moment, which is secret power from our Umbreon. We would like a paralysis here. At the very least, Piloswine is confused, which means that we have a little bit of a leeway here trying to get him down. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use Secret Power yet again. Hopefully it paralyzes, because next turn I would like to throw a Pokeball. And it paralyzed. Awesome. And he's confused, and he hit himself in confusion. This is pretty darn brilliant. Alright, let's go ahead and throw ourselves a Great Ball. Because again, Pokeballs are kind of pointless in this game. It's unfortunate, to say the least, but it's the truth. I'm actually going to forego doing the whole Premier Ball thing. I had a strategy or a plan that I wanted to do with that and like catching certain Pokemon with the Premier Ball, but it's just honestly, it's too difficult. I never ever thought that I'd take a fall this easily. I'm a loser. I can't show my face in front of Lady Venus like this. Alright. Revival Herb on Altaria. Energy Root. Pretty perfect, huh? We don't have very many fights left. And we found 4 Ultra Balls. The game is trying to tell us something here. I like this goopy green, like radioactive looking sewage. Forget about getting past me. I'll protect Lady Venus from you. Ryder Nellis would like to battle. Seviper and Sneasel. Very interesting choice in Pokemon. I kind of want to almost... I'm going to try to stay in with... Okay, Sneasel. Stantler's Intimidate. Shadow Rush. Shadow Rush. Yeah, Icy Wind. This should not KO. Yeah, I didn't think it would. But I'm still going to switch out. Shadow Rush. Bring it on. And it was brought, but not very well. See, Stantler has the right idea. Body Slam. No paralysis, please. Thank you. We'll take... No. We're gonna take you out of there, bring in Espeon, and we'll Shadow Rush here, I guess. Gligar, okay, come back. You've done enough nothings for this battle. Gonna definitely use Reflect next turn before I do anything towards Sneasel. Very weird Pokemon name, by the way. And Swiper is gone, which is nice. Umbreon grew to level 40. Very good. Loudred. Espeon is going to use Reflect, and then we're going to use Shadow Rush. Yeah, had I not had Intimidate out earlier, that would have been severely much more damaging. In fact, it's actually a good idea to continuously swap out your... Oh, that's unfortunate. Continuously swap out your Intimidators to lower the attack of your enemies very quickly. It works pretty well, in my opinion. Alright, Stantler unfortunately fainted, which is just kind of sad. Okay, we used Reflect. Sneasel is a Dark type, so let's Wing Attack you. Yeah, that didn't do so very much. Psybeam. Take out Loudred. Very close. Swagger. That would have been kind of funny, actually. Yeah, we'll go Psybeam here. Supersonic. Hopefully we hit. 55 accuracy is just super duper poor. Ooh, and we hit. Very nice. That's 2 Supersonics in a row that hit, and that's very unlikely. Sneasel became confused. I mean, we could have just switched out for Umbreon. Honestly, we could have, but what we're probably going to do is see what the next Pokemon is and see if Espeon can stay in and take it. If not, we're going to be switching out Espeon. Corsola. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch out. Not that we can't take that, but it's just, why even bother? Let's go Wing Attack again. Altaria. Your Shadow Rush does not hardly affect me. Wing Attack. Spike Cannon. That's a very interesting move. I did not know that that move ever became... Well, that's not true. There's... Yeah, I don't really know if I want to use Wing Attack again on Sneasel, so we're not going to, actually. Icy Wind. That's incredible. Altaria might be fainting this go around. Mantine speed fell, and Altaria is using Dragon Dance. Depending on what Corsola does. Yeah, that did nothing. Did that just say it's not very effective? Is Corsola a water rock type? I could have swore Corsola was a water type alone. That's kind of incredible. That means this Bubble Beam would actually be quite a bit more effective. Yeah, it's not... Okay. Wow, I could have swore Corsola was just a water type. Speed fell. That's funny. Very nice. We're going to attempt to capture Sneasel next turn. Altaria flew up high. Spike Cannon obviously missed because you're picking on Altaria. Yeah, let's go ahead and just throw... we've got Pokeballs we can waste. Don't know that it's actually going to help in this instance, but if it doesn't, we'll just use a Great Ball next turn. Ah, come on. And Icy Wind. Not very effective, might I add. Sneasel has such poor special attack that it's actually kind of funny that he is a dark ice type in the gen that he was introduced in Gen 2, with the fact that his physical attack is actually quite good. And Altaria still lives. Intriguing. Very intriguing. Alright, let's go with a Great Ball this time. Wes threw a Snag Ball, and hopefully we catch Sneasel so we can be done with this fight. And we caught Sneasel. Awesome. Awesome in the sense that, yes, we caught him, but not really awesome in the sense that he's great, because Sneasel is an unfortunate Pokemon, to say the least. Corsola is still alive, but not for much longer. Player defeated Ryder Nellis. Someone please protect me! So now you're a damsel in distress after you already started this fight. This makes me feel like going somewhere far away by train. By train. Very interesting. Can you not use this yet? Really? You cannot use this yet. That's incredible. Well, I will be right back, folks. I have to heal up. Alright, folks, I am back, and I gotta say, this game is cruel indeed. Not only can you not use this elevator here, but you can't use it upstairs. So I had to go all the way upstairs, heal up, come all the way back downstairs, and it's just mocking me with this elevator here, even though we've already defeated this area. It's kind of ridiculous. But that being aside, we can move on to the station. Before that horrible boy can meddle anymore, I'll link up with Ein at the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Eek! Eek! Oh, why did you have to chase me here? It's so unfair. Shh! This isn't good. I can't lead them to the lab. Alright, so we have an interesting area down here, the station as it's called. And we got some hidden items. Black glasses. Hallelujah. So we can finally give Umbreon an item that will boost his dark type moves. Well, his dark type move, that is, because he only gets one other dark type move. We passed up on it, and it's not any better, in my opinion. We're going to keep the experience share on Umbreon for the time being, though, because it's just very prudent for this stage in the game. Umbreon doesn't really knock out tons of Pokemon, so giving him a little bit of an experience points boost is a good idea. Just checking around. Alright, so they went through the other way. Alright, so there appears to be a key that we need. The key is missing. We definitely don't have a key. We can always use the jail key. This item can't be used now. Of course it can't, because it's for the jail. Oh, you are so easy to dupe. See? The key for the shadow liner is right here. You didn't think I would really let you take our train. Bah! Bye-bye. This time, I mean it. Don't you dare forget about me. Intriguing. What's this little blippity-doo-dah thing here? Wes found one subway key. So she steals the key, runs away. I'm pretty sure we can use the elevator now, by the way. She steals the key, runs away, and then drops the key. It's hard for me to believe that that's actually the way that this villainous team would act. But we finally do have the key. Subway key, use. And we shall use it indeed. Wes inserted the subway key and turned it. We find ourselves hovering on this mag rail super train, I guess you could call it. Where are we going? And we have found ourselves in a very interesting place, but where could it be? Rui, if you don't get out of my way. If you don't get out of my way. Okay, this should be better. Yo, how's it going? Just getting off shift? Huh? Wasn't Lady Venus supposed to be coming today? Huh. I've seen your faces somewhere. That's it! The Blacklist! You're Wes and Rui. How did you get down here? Arg, this won't do. We can't let these two get into the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Okay. No battle, though. But an explosion, huh? Let's see what's over here. I do like my hidden items. Oh, we got a U-disc. Very interesting. We all know what that's going to be for. It's for the UFO, but U as in up? Or U as in under? Ha! Take that and weep. You'll never be able to chase us now. Whoa, whoa. Don't you think that was overdoing things a little? It's too late now. Come on, let's skedaddle. So, we are at the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Wes found the main gate key. We are at the Shadow Pokemon Lab, but they blew up the only way to get inside. So, we actually kind of have to, we have to do some skedaddling now. We're going to go ahead and go back to the under. I suppose that's all we can do. Wes inserted the subway key and turned it. And we're back through the subway. Yeah, this subway doesn't look like an average, typical way to transport or travel. So, before we move on in this, I wanted to just say, the story is so well done in this game. It might not be perfect, it might not be the best story ever written, but I will say this. All of the foreshadowing and then the little nuances here and there letting us know that Cypher has been a huge organization for a very long time. It is actually pretty obvious that Cypher is just ingrained in this region. Because look at this. This subway station isn't for passengers. There was even an instance where I looked at the crates in there and it told me that the crates are for the transportation of Shadow Pokemon. That's not a coincidence. And it's also not a coincidence that the Mystery Lab is now a Shadow Pokemon Lab. So the Under had a secret passageway, which, by the way, the Under is ruled by Cypher, and Pyrite was even semi-ruled by Cypher in some way, shape, or form. And we see that this mystery lab that we went to is a Shadow Pokemon lab. Obviously, it's a headquarters for Cypher's research and development of Shadow Pokemon. So it's all coming together in a cool way, in my opinion. And now we can use the elevator. Once these sequence of events happens, then you can use it. And it's obviously what we're going to do, because who would walk all up those stairs? There's like, what, like 8, 9 flights of stairs? No, thank you. I am not walking up those stairs, even if this is a video game. Alright, so we're going to do one more thing before we end this episode. And I think everybody knows exactly what that thing is. We're going to check out a little disc and see if it's up or under. What do you think? Do you think it's upwards, or do you think it's under? I really would like it if we got an L disc. Would be very nice. Alright, get out of my way. U disc. Wes used the U disc. All systems set for travel in the upward direction. Board now, please. Alright, so if you guessed upward, or up, you got it right. But where are we going to go exactly? Intriguing. Wes got, well, found one time flute. So, this is the second location in which you find a time flute. You must get the up disc, the U disc, in order to gather to yourself this very useful item. It's actually likely, hilariously enough, that even though I'm planning on beating Mount Battle in the post-game battle mode so that I can get the final reward of this game, it's actually very likely that I'm going to end up beating Mount Battle anyway in the story. So I might end up having a third time flute. And if that's what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to refrain from using my method to get all Shadow Pokemon back to normal and use as many time flutes as possible, because the less of any method you use and just throw time flutes at it, it's a great thing. So, with all that being said, I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to let off of the episode and say our farewells and goodbyes and Auf Wiedersehens and all these things that we would say to one another, my wonderful spectators and I. I hope you have a great and glorious day gaming away, and I'll see you next time.